Welcome, everybody, to the Miami Marlins 2025 season preview. Not the video that I was thinking about doing, but here I am. Before I get to this, there's a reason why I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. One is I wanted to cover something when the summer does come, just to add continuity for the content on my YouTube channel. And number two, if I don't do this, I'm not giving Clayton McCulloch a shot. He's our new manager, so in my head I'm thinking, you know what? I gotta give him a chance. I gotta give him a chance, see if he can actually give us a pretty decent team, pretty good team this season. So I gotta give McCulloch a shot. But the Marlins themselves, looking to really bounce back from a horrible season they had last season. A horrible season. 100th lost season, as I may add, from last season. But in terms of the pitching, we should see Sandy come back, and he is going to pitch opening day against Paul Skeens against the Pittsburgh Pirates. So this should be a better season. I will say that this should be a better season, but just to get the bold predictions out of the way, no, they're not making playoffs. They are not making playoffs because this is still technically a rebuild. Another damn rebuild, right? After coming off a playoff team on 2023. And it's a lot to do with Alcantara's success of 2023 season. Sure, there was some bad starts, but all pitchers get the bad starts. My biggest complaint last year was the fact that they can't close games last season, and their bullpen was awful. And I'm still worried about our bullpen this season. Our bullpen has not gotten much upgrades. At least I don't feel like they did. So, if anything, they might go on a regression. And Tanner Scott was part of that bullpen that we traded away to the Padres for some prospects. Every player that we have traded away for is meant to build up the farm system. And according to right now, MLB Pipeline, the Marlins are ranked 16th in the farm system ranking, which is not terrible. Not terrible at all. But I have a feeling that Bendix and, the front office is not done, building up the farm system, which is annoying as fuck. I understand you want to have a good farm system, but what about the major league efforts to make a good major league team? Like re-signing players, signing new players. They hardly do that, and that's what is so frustrating with the Marlins front office. This is a confliction for me because while on one hand, I love the Marlins, I want to support them. On the other, I do not want to support the ownership. That's where I'm at. That's where I stand by it. I do not at all in any conscience want to support the front office. If anything, I am in that categorized of people that want him to sell this team. I still stand by it to this day from last year because he is incapable. That's why you hired Peter Bendix to take the president role, to how to win games without spending money. And that's why there's that discussion right now about the grievance against the Marlins. There might be an investigation on the Marlins. We don't know. But until then, we got this season to go through. But in terms of the season, like I said, this should be a little better. We're getting some pitchers back, although we lost some pitchers too. Like Braxton Garrett's gone for the season. Damn. I mean, prayers to him. And Yuri Perez is out until July, I think. But the big one, Alcantara, the Cy Young Award winner, is back. And that will be a huge upgrade to our pitching staff. Huge upgrade. Welcome back, Sandy. And look, prayers that he somehow sticks around with the Marlins. I hope the front office extends him and swallow the pride and re-sign Alcantara. because if they're trading him away somewhere else, that is a huge disservice to the fans and a major detriment to the fans and a huge disservice to the city. Nobody's going to want to support the Marlins after that, and they're going to be forced to sell. The right thing, keep Alcantara. I don't give a shit what people think about the prospects or anything like that. I'm in that category of keeping Alcantara because he is that player. He is that player for the Marlins that is a superstar. Anyway, speaking of pitching, Sandy Alcantara, Connor Gillespie might be the second starter. Because Jesus Luzardo has gone off to Philly. Valente Belazzo, who I love Belazzo. He was fantastic last half of the season. Max Meyer, hopefully he gets a bounce back season. Had a great start of the season, then went to AAA, came back, and he was not that good. And one of our only free agent signings was Cal Quantrill from the Rockies. Might be a fifth starter for the Marlins. We'll see how it goes. Roster. I'm going to look that up right now. Marlins roster. I should have prepared this more. Let's see what we got. Cal Stowers, who people are already losing their shit over, with how bad he played in spring training. But I don't know. To be honest with you, I haven't really watched much preseason. I did watch like 2 or 3 games, and each time I did, they ended up winning. So maybe they look decent in the preseason, in the spring training. But anyway, in left field we got Kyle Stowers, as well as the player that could play left field and outfield and right field is Griffin Conine. I love Conine. I thought he was really good with the Marlins. They'll trade him away years later. Derek Hill and Jesus Sanchez still without a center field, but Jesus Sanchez maybe. I mean, I don't know. I feel like we still need a legitimate center fielder, and we've been asking for it, and we have not got it. And that's just another. You know what? You probably get the idea by now. Derek Hill and Jesus Sanchez, and for right field, Jesus Sanchez and Griffin Conine. So anyway, for shortstop, Xavier Edwards, by far the best player as of right now for the Marlins, who have a shortstop start. Otto Lopez, who can play shortstop and second base, as well as Connor Norby playing third base, and as well as second base if they pick and choose which one he's going to play. Although right now Norby is unavailable for 4 weeks because he just suffered an injury against the Astros team in spring training. Hopefully it's a speedy recovery, but I have a feeling he'll be back late April with that oblique injury. I think it's what it is. Those are nasty. I hate injuries, especially like the Marlins last season had suffered a lot of. And to be fair with the front office, the Marlins have been through a lot of injuries last season, but still no excuse, But for Connor Norby, I hope he gets better real quick. He'll be back within like game 25 to 30 ish. Jonah Bride, also a third base. He can also play first base. Matt Mervis, who come up for the trade with, I believe it was Vidal. Was it Vidal Brujan, I think? Yeah, maybe. But Jonah Bride, Matt Mervis in the first base. No more Jake Burger. That sucks. Burger was one of my favorite players there, man. I'm wearing this jersey as we speak. And catcher Nick Fortes, who'll be making the starting catcher. And the backup catcher would be Liam Hicks. This guy has talent, and I'm excited to watch Liam Hicks whenever he makes that call. Pitchers, rest of the pitchers. For Alcantara, starting pitcher. Of course, relief pitcher, Lake Bakar, if I said it right. Anthony Bender is still around. Edward Cabrera is still here. I forgot what happened with him. I think he got hurt I think he got hurt. But I'm still not comfortable with Edward Cabrera. I'm still not. Sorry. Declan Cronin. He looked good early in the season, but he's been, I don't know. Calvin Fashir with his pitching, that's not bad. And again, Braxton Garrett might be done for the season. He's on a 60-day IL, as well as Yuri Perez, who is still in the IL from the Tommy John, and Andrew Nardi is also on the 60-day IL. So those, we can get that out of the way. Like I said, Connor Gillespie, Ronnie Henriquez, Seth Martinez, who recently we got off on waivers, I think. Max Meyer, Cal Quantrill, I already talked about him. And if you're trading away players, why isn't Soriano traded? George Soriano's still on our team. He's awful. He is awful. I'm surprised he's still part of this team. Just another disservice to the team. He's awful. Jesus Tinoco, if I said it right. Anthony Veneciano and Ryan Weathers, who I think Weathers just got hurt too, and hopefully he'll be able to recover soon. Weathers is pretty good. I like Ryan Weathers. Infielders, Jonah Bry, Cam Clayton. Did we just got off the waivers for, I don't know, Xavier Edwards? I'm really excited to see Edwards play again. I'm real excited. As well as Otto Lopez, I'm excited to see Mervis, Connor Norby, he'll be back soon. Javier Sanoja, if I said it right, and Eric Wagaman, who, the minimum $800,000 that we sign him, Eric Wagaman. And outfielders, Griffin Conine, Derek Hill, Dane Myers, Kyle Stars, and Jesus Sanchez. That's your roster. Schedule. We'll talk about schedule, and we'll see what they could do. As of right now, the Marlins are in first place on the NL East. So, hey, that's what we can brag about for short term. So anyway, 4:10 starts tomorrow at Miami against the Pittsburgh Pirates. We're going to expect to see Alcantara versus Paul Skeens, who already superstar caliber player that he's already going to become. I think he was the number one prospect in MLB last season, and he got called up, and he was just making an immediate impact for the Pirates. Well, that should be a fun one to watch. Will the Marlins come out on top? Well, last season they struggled against the Pirates, and the Pirates really took it personal when the Marlins really clinched the playoff spot against the Pirates at PNC Park. So we'll see what happens. I'm really hoping for a better game against the Pirates, a better season against the Pirates. I mean, you just can't get swept by the Pirates. You just can't. It's impossible. They were not that good last season, and you got swept. Regular season sweep against the Pirates, not good. There's no way. So, anyway, we got the first series against the Pirates. That's a 4-game series starting Thursday that ends Sunday. In terms of uniforms, I don't know if they're gonna continue with the uniform color days. Like for example, like Friday, I think they wear this, right? They wear this on a Friday, and on Saturday they would wear a city uniform, which at the time was red. I still have the red jersey, and the blue would be on a Sunday. And any other day they could wear like something different, or the white jersey, or if they're away, they're wearing a gray jersey. I don't know. But regardless, it's a 4-game series against the Pirates. Start off the next series stays in Miami. It's a 3-game series. That's what I'm worried about. The Mets, who had a 15-year deal with Juan Soto. 3-game series against the Mets at Lone Depot. So we're expecting a lot of New York crowd. Then we go to Atlanta. Yeah, no way we're going to beat Atlanta in the 3-game series up at Truist Park. Yeah. Then we go to Citi Field in New York early. So we got the Mets early. We got the Mets twice early in the season. One at Lone Depot, and the second series will be at Citi Field. Go back home, play against the Nationals. They got to do better against the Nationals. I mean, you struggled so badly against the Nationals. You even blew a 7-0 lead against the Nationals of all teams. I was really wrathy at that day. Then we play against the Diamondbacks. That's going to be a midweek series. Then we go to Philadelphia. That team's not always fun to play against. Then we play against the Reds. Then our first West Coast trip starts off early. Late April, we go to Seattle, Washington for both Friday and Saturday, 9:40 first pitch. And we go to Los Angeles next, the World Series champions. No surprise there. Everyone's sick and tired of the Dodgers right now. All that money they've been spending, the win now moves. And guess what? They're top 5 in farm system ranks. And they're spending a lot of money. Will the Marlins do that in the future? Probably not. But how is it that they're spending so much money to improve their team? And a lot of teams are not going to be able to do that. I think that's the situation with next season when the CBA is expired. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, we got the Dodgers next at Los Angeles. We fly back to play against the Athletics. I can't call them the Oakland A's no more. So, that sucks, dude. It really sucks. The Athletics, they come to Lone Depot. As of right now, they play at Sacramento, the Athletics. Yeah, the Las Vegas move is happening, and I don't like it at all with what's happening with the Athletics. Then after the Athletics, we got the Dodgers next. Great. That's fantastic. At Lone Depot. So we got the Dodgers early. Thank God it's early. But Ohtani's gonna torch the shit out of the Marlins. Then we go to Chicago. We go to Chicago for a full week because we got the White Sox, the South Side, and we go to the North Side, play against the Cubs. And go back home, we got the 3-game series against the Rays, who had bad news regarding the stadium deal, that their stadium deal is dead, and they're focusing on repairing the roof of the Trop that Hurricane Milton ripped through. So that sucks for Tampa. I'm sorry about what's happening. But now they're playing right now they're going to be playing at the Yankees spring training field for this season. And then they're going to go back to the Trop next season. And who knows what will happen from there. They might figure it out. They might extend the lease somehow. Or chances are they're probably going to relocate. And they should relocate to Tampa, the heart of Tampa. Makes no sense to stay at St. Petersburg. But they should go to Tampa. If they can't do that either, go to Orlando. Keep the team in Florida. Go to Orlando because I know Orlando's going to want a baseball team. They already have the stadium renderings and all that stuff. That's very fun. Then they got the Cubs next at Lone Depot. Then they go right back to the West Coast. It's a week and a half at least because they start in Anaheim. They start in Anaheim against the Angels. 9:38 first pitch and a 10:07 first pitch on a Saturday and a 4:07. Then they go down south to California, a little bit more tolerable with the time, and they play against the Padres. Then, they go back home. Never mind. They go back home to play against the Giants. They go back home to play against the Giants. So just a week. So we play against San Francisco. Colorado's coming in town. Should be able to beat the Rockies. But so whatever reason, we struggle against them. Then we got the Rays. But they have early starts on Friday. Actually, they have early starts the weekends. Is that how it's going to be with the Rays now? They're going to have early starts, especially on the weekends. Doesn't it get real hot? Doesn't it get really, really hot when baseball does play during the day? Yeah, right? Yeah, right. Anyway, we go to Jordan Steinberger Field. That's going to be at Tampa this time. Then we go to Pittsburgh, the June 9th to 11th. Then we go to Washington, D.C. to play against the Nationals. Go back home, play against the Phillies for the 4-game series. Then against Atlanta. Then back to the West we go. Then now we play against the Giants. Then go to the desert to play against the Diamondbacks. July starts, and now this is where our minds are racing about the trade deadline and Stanley Alcantara. Minnesota Twins, 3-game series to start off July. 4th of July now against the Milwaukee Brewers. Then it's a 3-game series against the Brewers. Then we go to Cincinnati for a 4-game series against the Reds. Then a 3-game series against the Baltimore Orioles. Then go back home, play against and then the All-Star break happened. Probably the only time I'll ever get a break. But yeah, All-Star break happens and season comes back on. Speculation on the trade deadlines, it starts happening at that point. But at that point, we play against the Royals, playoff team. Bobby Witt Jr. The Royals are in town, and then the Padres are now in town. After that, then we go to Milwaukee to play against them for a 3-game series. Then we go to St. Louis, play against the Cardinals. And then the attendance are going to increase dramatically because the Yankees are in town for Friday, August 1st to August 3rd. And the Yankees did play against the Marlins yesterday at Lone Depot for exhibition game, and the Marlins won. The Marlins did win that game against the Yankees. I guess there's some hope with the Marlins after all, but it's only exhibition game. Nothing to really say Yankees sucking all, yeah. No. However, we got the Astros. Yes, we got the Astros next. So that's not gonna be fun at all. Then we go to Atlanta for a 4-game series up in Atlanta, Georgia. Great. Then we go to Cleveland, play against the Guardians, and then the Red Sox. We got Boston next. Great. It's always tough to play against the Red Sox. And, the season before, we actually swept the Red Sox at Fenway. And then the Red Sox swept the Marlins at Lone Depot, so they got the last laugh. So, I don't know, man. Then we got the Cardinals next. Then the Blue Jays are in town for the weekend of August. And Atlanta's in town. Then we go to Citi Field for a 4-game series against the Mets. September now. 3-game series against the Nationals. 2 105 starts. Then go back home against the Phillies. Washington comes in for a 4-game series. Detroit now comes in to play against the Marlins. Now we go to Colorado. We go to Colorado to play against the Rockies. Then we go down to Texas, Arlington, Texas. And I think that's our last American League opponent of the season. Texas Rangers. Then go to Philadelphia and then go back home to finish the season against the Mets. And like I said, on my prediction, they're not making the playoffs. I think we can all be on board that, yeah, we're not making the playoffs. This is going to be another rebuilding year. This might be another losing season. All I'm asking for is not 100 season loss again. Because I think what we learned from last season is you just can't really count on the Marlins to make good decisions. So we'll see what happens, and I make a decision to try not to crash out in the Marlins season again like I did last season. So we'll see what happens, man. See what happens. Anyway, man, that's your preview. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, hit the like button, subscribe for our content, and let's go fish, and we'll see what happens. Yay. Anyway, man, I'll see you guys during the season. Have a good one.